After a few weeks of exploring Vietnam, it was finally time to say goodbye to this amazing country, and I'm now here at Saigon International Airport waiting for my flight to Tokyo. And while I was really looking forward to arriving in Tokyo because it's somewhere that I've been dreaming about travelling to for years now, I've also been anticipating this flight itself for quite a while. This was because despite the fact that I had booked economy class, there was a possibility that I was going to wind up sat in a premium economy seat due to the seat selection options that I had when I booked this flight. Saigon's airport is kind of weird because for some reason here in the airport they charge you for stuff in dollars and not in dong like the rest of the country, which is really weird. So you either have to pay by card or hope you have some US dollars with you, because I don't think you can pay by cash in Vietnamese dong here, which is weird. But luckily I've been paying by card, so I've been fine, but it is a bit weird that. After waiting around for a little while, we were called to board the aircraft, and it was finally time to find out if I would indeed be sitting in a premium economy seat for this flight. I boarded the aircraft and was pointed to my seat, which was number 11A, which was indeed in the premium economy cabin. Even though I had a feeling this might occur, it was still such a nice surprise to get on board and find myself in a premium economy seat. As someone who's only ever flown economy before, I was honestly blown away by the fact that I was sat in a premium economy cabin. So while the aircraft prepares for takeoff, I'll just take a moment now to quickly explain how I think the situation wound up happening. I booked this flight several months before my trip using Booking.com, and when I booked this I did book a regular economy ticket, and nothing seemed out of the ordinary until I got to the seat selection. When I was looking at the seat selection map, the majority of available seats were in the regular economy section, which had a free layout, but I actually noticed that towards the front of the available economy section, the layout was actually listed as 232. Now I thought this was unusual at the time because 232 is normally the layout configuration for premium economy, where the seats are slightly wider. But on the website, for some reason, this was listed as available under my economy ticket. At the time, I just assumed that this was some sort of communication error between Booking.com and Vietnam Airlines with organising the seat map, but I went ahead and booked seat 11A, which was in the 232 section, just on the off chance that it was indeed a premium economy seat, and lo and behold, that's exactly what I walked into. While I'm certainly not any expert on airlines and airline services, the way I'd assume that this actually happened is that Vietnam Airlines decided not to offer any premium economy services on their flight route between Saigon and Tokyo, but because they kept aircraft that still had premium economy seats, they just decided to keep the premium economy seats as economy seats and sell them as that, and of course that happens to be the seat that I in turn selected. But whatever the case is for how this actually happened, I am certainly not complaining about it. While there is a fair amount that's similar between premium economy seats and the regular economy seats, there are also a few noticeable differences, the biggest one being space. This premium economy seat had a few extra inches of width, and the legroom was huge compared to a regular economy seat. The armrests are also fully solid, and they help give you a few extra inches of space between you and your seatmate, so you wouldn't be bumping elbows with them like in a regular seat. The armrests on these seats contain both the tray table along with the entertainment system. While in some premium economy cabins they have the entertainment system in the seat in front, Vietnam Airlines premium economy seats have the television inside of the armrest itself, which as you can see here I have to fold out. Now personally I do prefer it when it's on the seat in front of you just because of the angle, but that really is kind of a first world problem. To the flight now, and honestly it's been a breeze because again the fact there's no one next to me and I'm somehow in premium economy. No, again I didn't seat switch, my seat was 11A and I am in row 11A, so this is my receipt, but I'm just baffled how I've selected economy and it's gone and put me in premium. I mean, I've paid more for flights to New York before in economy, so this is so weird, but it has been really comfortable and I'm really looking forward to getting to Tokyo now. So yeah, the flight's been good so far. The only shame is obviously Vietnam Airlines has a mask policy, but I've got to get used to that since masks are still widely expected for you to be used in Japan, so I've still got to use it, so can't complain. The aircraft that I was on for this flight was a Boeing 787, and this plane has a really unique feature, which is windows that darken themselves when you press this button, compared to the regular window shades on most planes. Now this feature is fairly cool, as you can see here it slowly begins to darken itself, but overall I do think I just prefer the more standard window blinds because these do take several seconds to darken, whereas just pulling down a regular window blind is much more straightforward. Eventually it was time to say goodbye to the amazing morning sky that I'd been enjoying and dip below the clouds into a wet and windy morning in Tokyo. So overall, this was a really nice flight. Getting to sit in a premium economy seat was so comfortable, and I honestly really enjoyed having all this extra space. But despite all that, with me being me, I still did not sleep a wink on this flight. So overall, I think premium economy is a really nice experience. But personally, I don't think I'll be flying in this class very often, because as I normally try to travel on a budget, I don't think I can really justify the extra cost for paying for premium economy based on what you get. But you bet if you ever see a really good deal for one, or a similar situation such as this where premium economy is listed as economy, you bet I'm gonna take it.
Excuse me, sir. 수배 경비 중입니다.
Okay, so I am finally here in Tokyo, and getting through the airport was both easy and hard because the actual checkpoints you have to go through, which is you know, COVID quarantine, immigration and customs, they're relatively easy if you know what you're doing, because I'd gone on Visit Japan web before and I'd filled in a questionnaire. So I just had to present my QR codes along with my passport, and that got me through pretty quickly. But the way they've set up the airport to receive arrivals is quite weird. It was a very long walk from when we got off the plane to the first check-in thing, and we walked through quite a lot of bits that had obviously been set up since the pandemic, so in that regard it was very confusing. But when I actually got to the bits I needed to go through, it was not that bad. So yeah, but now I am going down to the station to try and buy a Suica card to help me get around, and then probably try and take the Narita Express into Tokyo itself. So here we go. So I'm currently on the platform for the Narita Express. Then luckily the ticket people were very helpful in making sure that I got the right one and got booked on a seat with a good view. So yeah, and speak of the devil, here comes the train now. Oh wow, they go up. That's how you do it. Okay, I am in seat 2A, which is right here. Here's me. Right by the window, and with a good view of my luggage, so yeah, hurrah! So I can see why a lot of people recommend the Narita Express, because it is honestly quite a decent way to get into Tokyo. I mean, it sways quite a bit, but it's not too bad, and the seats are very comfy and they're pretty spacious, and you get some nice views of the outer areas of Tokyo going past as you head towards Tokyo Station, which is really nice. So yeah, I'm honestly quite enjoying this train ride so far.
도쿄への郵便にすることを選択しました。So forのTokyo.
I finally made it to my hotel, but I was only able to drop off my bag because it was still morning time and check-in would not be opening for several hours yet. So, because I was staying in Asakusa, I went over to the nearby Sensoji temple to have a look around there. And again, it's another sudden temperature change in destinations. Like, Tokyo is not cold this time of year actually. It's reasonably warm for me to walk around with a t-shirt, but it is a lot cooler than Ho Chi Minh, so I definitely have to get used to how much cooler it is than Ho Chi Minh. So in the end I decided not to go up the Tokyo Sky Tree, and instead I just, train. But as I was saying, instead I just had a look around it and, you know, looked at it from the ground and went in the shopping mall. But I did go in the Pokemon Center there because, well, as someone who grew up on Pokemon, I felt like it would have been a crime not to. And I brought myself a few little things in there, and that was quite nice. But yeah, again, I wish I could have gone up the Sky Tree, but the queue was quite long. And I am tired. I mean, it's gone past the time when I can check in now, so I'm making my way back so I can go and check in and have a lie down, which I haven't actually done since, well, yesterday, because I was a bit dumb and couldn't figure out where the recline button was, even though it was right there. So I didn't recline my seat on the flight, and yeah, so I haven't laid down in a while. And again, the fact that I've been awake since yesterday morning, it's just, I am exhausted from that, so I don't think I can really, you know, be asked to hang around too much more, because I am just slowly losing energy for the day. So yeah, I'm just gonna head back now, check in and sort my stuff out and go to bed and get some much needed sleep.